You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Oh yeah. The remix of remixes.
That's happening.
You guys love
Brock
it.
Lesnar and Mark Henry. Amazing tag
We
team
marked
right
out
there.
pretty hard to this Friday.
Yes. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. I'm Tom Connolly, and this is the Main Event After Show here. Sitting next to me, Markeia McCarty. How you doing, Markeia?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, guys.
Ready to talk about wrestling tonight?
Oh, yeah. I actually enjoyed this show, so.
And sitting across from me, Scott Narver. How you doing, Scott?
I'm good. Is this tag team called Bark Hesner?
Yes.
I'd watch them.
You guessed correctly.
Yes.
And sitting next to him, Gabby is not here this week. She's away on vacation. Probably enjoying the sun somewhere, having a good time.
Yeah, I think she said Mexico.
Yeah.
Bye, Wyatt.
They're out of sun here in Los Angeles.
It's all gone.
He is Steve Kaufmann. How you doing, Steve?
Hi, doing good.
Great, glad to have you here.
Yeah.
You're here on SmackDown the other night, and you do the Marin show here.
I do the Marin show here, except for tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
But usually do the Marin show.
Gotcha. All those people are
Is that
disappointed.
because Marin's clinically depressed about something this week?
No, but
Oh, okay.
Just because we're out of sun.
yeah, that's pretty much. There
All we
wasn't
got
enough
is
sun.
moon.
Are you going to Mexico too? Is that what's going on? So let's get to main event tonight from Atlanta, Georgia. First match of the evening: Cody Rhodes versus Curtis Axel. We see. I thought Curtis Axel actually said something pretty funny this week in the little backstage segment, where he was like, "Oh, the Rhodes brothers are racking up more losses than Barry Horowitz in his day." I'm surprised he didn't pat himself on the back, but it would have made it even funnier. But I wrote Axel made it funny.
He did. Axel made it funny.
Yes, he has to thank the writers for that one.
He does. I hope he came up with it himself. Right?
He'd grow up in the business like that. You'd assume he'd.
At
That
least
would just
know
be in his
something.
ether.
Hopefully you'd think so. And then they showed a recap from Brawl of the Rhodes brothers versus Orton and Batista. It became a elimination match. Orton hit an awesome looking RKO onto Cody. As Cody was going for disaster kick.
That looked great.
Yeah.
But then, so let's get to the match. Axel hit an awesome neck breaker as Cody was kind of like set up on the second rope. New move out of him. We haven't seen a new move out of him in a while. Axel was in control for majority of the match. Cody makes his comeback, hits the moonsault for 2, and then Ryback distracts Cody. Goldust runs over to help him. Cody then hits a disaster kick on Ryback, but he's still distracted, and Axel's able to roll him up for the win. So quick opener match for main event. But Axel gets the win. What'd you guys think?
I enjoyed this match, if only because of, well, for a number of things. I have a lot of chicken scratch notes here. I really enjoyed the ending. I'm just going to skip to that. I'm skipping to the dessert. When Cody was beaten, and then he's just sitting there like, oh, no, and slapping his face and everything. And I'm just like, oh, that's so comic book. That's like the only thing I think now when I think of the Rhodes brothers. But it's like, I could practically picture the frame that would be in, and then the whole meanwhile.
Meanwhile, outside the ring.
Meanwhile,
Exactly.
go behind with Renee.
We'll get to that later.
But yeah, there were fantastic things in this match. I liked at the very top, Cody doing that backwards trip against Axel. And then there was just a great intensity from both of them. So I kind of started to respect Curtis Axel again. So that says a lot for this match. And I would have preferred a match between Goldust and Ryback. We know how that would have ended, but it would have been very entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked that top ring flip cover that Cody did.
moonsault?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the moonsault.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that
Cody
was
salt.
fantastic. It was gorgeous.
Oh, yes.
It was beautiful. It was
He does
elegant.
a wonderful, wonderful moonsault.
Yeah.
I actually liked how much of like a big dastardly heel, grab the tights, old school finish that we don't normally see.
Yeah.
Where it's like a bunch of a fiasco, and then the heel takes advantage, and he's not better by any stretch. He just won. And then because they're bullies, because that's the angle they're going with those characters, they beat him down.
Well, they look like bullies.
Yeah.
They're fitting the mold. Ryback's always fit that mold, but Curtis I just kind of saw as the beta guy
Yeah.
to Ryback's alpha. But I enjoyed his showing in this. But also with the ending, it just seemed so abrupt to me that all of a sudden Curtis just won. With all of that build up, with all that intensity that happened with Cody, and then I was just like, what the hell was that ending? What? There's more, isn't there? So, but because of the whole story moving forward thing, I thought that was a great execution.
Yeah, we got to
with the
see
story
Cody
plot going
freaking
forward.
out of more like he's mad he
Exactly.
can't win. He can't get a win.
Yeah,
at all.
I want him to lose it, lose it in the next match because they're already building it up to that. So I gave it a 3.75
Gotcha. Steve, what do you think?
Oh, we do ratings.
out of 5.
I give it about a 3.3, just because my fives are rare.
Gotcha. Scott, what do you think of this match?
I dug it. I thought it was a good opener. Like, it was quick, fast paced. The crowd really went crazy on that moonsault. They really thought that was going to be over, and they really, really exploded for that. That was really cool. It was a nice change of pace starting the show from last week's.
Yes.
The first element of a good show was this match. Quick, fast paced, and like you said, Axel was pulling it out tonight. Yeah, it was good. So I give it a 13 chop blocks.
Gotcha.
Scott rated
his own
all my
system
matches.
yes.
I think you guys have your own weird system that doesn't make any sense.
Are any of us Meltzer? Why are we using 5 stars?
So before we get to the Raw recap, we have a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you guys.
Hey guys, Markeia McCarty here, and I want to share my newest book, The Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness, with you. Basically, every woman always stops me and asks me how I lost 40 pounds, so I decided to put it all in one book. Everything I did to lose 40 pounds step by step, and how you can too, is in here. I did it with no time, no money, and no willpower, and now I'm going to show you how to do it too. You can pre-order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, wherever books are sold, and it's out June 3rd. So I hope you guys love it. I hope it helps you in your weight loss journey, and please, please tweet me and update me on your progress at Markeia McCarty. Thanks.
And we're back.
And we are back.
Yes.
So, guys, pick up this book, The Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness by Markeia McCarty. It's out in stores. You can get it wherever you want to get it. It's really good for, any girl that's trying to lose weight, or guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to,
Always got to work on my abs.
Exactly. And Marie has abs, so
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
yes,
got to
she
work on
does.
them. So,
Yeah, my first thought was when I saw this picture cover, if you guys can see this, where did she lose the 40 pounds from? She looks great.
it's awesome. But you guys should go check it out.
And there's a photo of her and The Rock in there.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have
skimmed
to
through a
find
little
it.
bit, along with the recipes.
We'll
Oh, I
fi-
think you passed it.
Oh, I think I just saw it.
Yeah.
I think I just saw it.
Oh, don't give it
We're
away.
gonna give it away.
You gotta buy this book in order
Yep.
to see that.
Photographic
Okay.
You
memory
can't see
over
it.
here.
Go buy it. That's how you'll be able to see it. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
show you next week.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Stay tuned.
Tom,
Exactly.
you forgot to give us your rating.
Oh, my rating. I gave it a 3.0 for this match. I thought it was a good match. This whole episode was such a upgrade from last week, so I felt like whatever they threw at us was going to be, better. So I was excited when I first saw there was these two wrestling, and I liked the whole storyline of Cody losing. Goldust tried to help him, but he still couldn't help him get the win. So, to be continued. Or would you say meanwhile? Meanwhile, back in Cody's evil lair, he's trying to, build a suit to not make him lose or something. I don't know.
Meanwhile, with Renee Young.
And then we get a Raw recap of the Wyatts going to attack Jerry Lawler. JBL gets involved. He gets knocked out. They bring Lawler in the ring.
First time since an unfortunate incident with Lawler.
Has that been is this the first time he's been in the ring? Or
Well, been
more
in the
like
ring
that-
physically at all.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Man, that's been like
Someone
over a
will
year?
tell
Yeah.
me if I'm wrong.
Well, what was the unfortunate incident?
Where
He had a heart attack while
It
on
was
air.
they were in Canada. They were in Canada. He
no.
wrestled a match and then he sat back down. He sat back down and then midway through the next match, all you heard was
Oh no.
and then like a bunch of commotion to the side and
Yeah, like there was like
Oh,
no
no.
commentary.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was scary.
yeah,
Oh, no.
it was
But
a
he was-
sudden
yeah.
cardiac event.
So yeah, so he was off air for a couple
Yeah.
months, like recovering, then he came back.
then
So yeah, he's been
Came
back
back
since.
and got into the ring. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Monday.
Well, they
Monday-
yeah,
yeah,
they
this
didn't.
was-
Yeah. Ooh.
Over
I,
a
I
year and a
thought they
half
were gonna
ago,
do
probably?
something to him,
Yeah.
but they didn't. But John
Didn't
Cena
they?
comes down.
They struck fear into him.
Is that what they did?
That's
And
exactly.
they beat up JBL.
They did.
Yeah.
beat
It was
up
a
JBL.
great moment with JBL not saying a word, not saying anything, just like, that's it, I'm done.
Bye.
And then just
Gotta
gets
stand up
taken
for my
out
friend.
immediately. I thought that was a good, real moment.
Yeah.
That it wasn't, it didn't play
Yeah,
out.
and a real
but
selfless from JBL's standpoint, very selfless because he's one of those performers that his persona on stage you'd think like, oh, he'd never just get beat down from where that's the opposite of who he is.
Yeah,
He'd be
Michael
like,
Cole did nothing.
Oh God, no, he was told to just sit there and do nothing. So
Yeah.
he's like, okay, sure, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
then
gonna do
evil
anything.
prevails that way.
Oh, that's right. When a good man does nothing.
But I wish JBL wouldn't have come back out to commentate the rest of the night. I think it would have maybe sold it more a little,
Yeah.
But he had a great line when he came back. He was like, "Oh, I had to come out and save this commentary team." So it made it all worth it when he did come back out. Yeah. So John Cena and the Usos come down for the save, and this Sunday payback: Cena versus Wyatt, last man standing match. We'll get into that later. We talk about predictions, but I'm excited for that match. I think it's gonna be a really good match.
Any points for Cena on that one for saving a heart attack victim?
No.
Heartless.
I mean, Cena can get
Yeah,
as many
he's-
points as he wants.
You know he's a Cena hater, right?
I am a Cena
I'm-
hater.
Oh,
I'm indifferent towards John
no
Cena.
wonder you invited him on the show.
He needed to, is this all I am? I'm just here to even the odds.
They have their own Cena shirts, swim in hate.
He just can't see him.
And then
Yes.
this week on SmackDown, it will be champion versus champion. Wade Barrett versus Sheamus. Should be a good match.
Yeah.
Leading into Sunday where they both are actually defending their belts at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Oh, this is going to be crazy. And then we get to second match of the night. R-Truth comes out, does his rapping. And then we see the newest rapper in the WWE Universe,
Awesome.
D-Sizzle.
Someone's awestruck.
No, the first thing I thought was OMFL. Like, I cannot believe that they
On
did
my
this.
front lawn?
No.
Oh.
Think about it. You'll get it.
All right.
It was just, no. I get what they're doing, that they are tailoring him to the cities, obviously. Because I was at Tennessee, he was Davy Crockett. And then England, he was Sherlock. So they're in Atlanta, Georgia. What's he going to be? Day-Sizzle. Yeah,
With his role of
I
duct
enjoyed
tape.
this so much.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious and entertaining, and I can't believe they did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's,
I think this is the
Worked
best.
for
This is the
Cena.
best thing he's did. Yeah.
it's pretty much like, and what I learned that, I forget where I learned this, but I learned that like anytime you see someone rhyming a lot on WWE television, it's usually Pat Patterson.
Really?
So when seeing D-Sizzle in my mind, I kept picturing Pat Patterson in the back.
He's doing all the rhymes. I'm so happy.
So
Talk
his,
about the duct
rap
tape.
was it was I roll with the sinners, pray like saints. When the bell rings, I go hard in the paint.
Oh,
he
the heart of the
didn't.
paint was so good.
No, he didn't.
Full step. When the full step, I start tossing. My teeth are clean because I'm still flossing. Is that what it was?
Yes,
It was.
in spite of the grill.
Yeah,
I'm so upset you've already done your vows for your wedding.
I know. So am I. He wrote them for me. What can I say?
Man.
And then he says he's holding it together, lock tape.
Yeah. Even I wrote that
and,
one down.
And thuggish living till the end. Tell a friend.
I'm telling three
That was my
friends.
favorite. That was my favorite line. That one.
Oh, I couldn't believe that. Well, the prop department loves him now. He had a grill and the
And he
duct
wrestled
tape
on a
around
chain.
the
Duct
chain.
tape on a chain. It's awesome.
Oh man,
And he
then,
wrestled in the grill.
the tracksuit. He was
The
wearing a
tracksuit with just a
He
D.
got that from Birth Clay.
Yeah.
That was clearly. Well, I'm sure he had wardrobe take it in a little.
Yeah.
No, it's like
use
where
that duct tape.
is Main Event going to be next week? I want to guess his character.
We can look it
My
up.
phone's
Yeah.
over there. We'll get there.
Man.
But so R-Truth
prediction
basically
segment.
just takes control of Sandow at the beginning of this match. Sandow's able to get control back, or D-Sizzle's able to get control back. Sorry.
Get it right.
Yeah.
How weird
Call
I
him by
am.
his name.
He hits the I feel like this should be named a different move, but it shouldn't be called the Kobe Toakiet right now. I can't think of a name of it though. Any
The little Jimmy?
No. When Sandow hits the
OMFL.
Yes. That's what it is.
he hits the OMFL elbow onto
That's what it's
R-Truth. He went for the "You're welcome." He ended up missing it, and then R-Truth ended up hitting his finisher. I always forget the name of it.
The little Jimmy.
Is that what
I
it's
had
called?
to look it up.
The little Jimmy.
Because I was like, that's an ST. That's a flying STO, but there's no way he'd just go by that. He would brand it.
Yeah,
And
so
it's a little Jimmy.
Okay,
He also
so
does a
Named it
scissor
after,
kick.
yeah.
An invisible child.
Yes.
So he hit the little Jimmy for the win. That just sounds weird.
It is.
Hit
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Here's,
Yeah, I just got
Here's
that.
how much of a nerd I
just
am.
got that.
On my notes, it literally says K Quick versus D Sizzle. I made 0 point to name him what he calls himself now. He'll always
fine.
be getting rowdy with me.
So R-Truth gets the win. Markeia, what you think?
This was better than last week, at least. And at least it was short, so at least they learned their lesson with that. I did like that there was more energy involved with it. They were definitely not phoning it in like they were last week. You know, for one thing, I could tell that D-Sizzle was enjoying himself, and that helped me enjoy the match more. But like I said, at least it was short. I gave it a 2.75.
Gotcha. Steve, what do you think?
I was a little more generous. I gave it a 2.9. A lot of fun. Standard story that I guess every city he's in, he's gonna come. Every city. My mind wants to say Dean Ambrose, and I'd be dead wrong. I'm just having one of those moments. Where it's the best. Damien Sandow will come out and have a character matching that city, and then he'll go against somebody who will be essentially that character. So they're just going to keep telling that story for a bunch of weeks. So this story was great, and then we need to look up where they are next week, and then just pretty much write it for them. It's like predictions. This will be the A segment next week.
Yeah,
That'd be a good prediction for us to tag on to the end.
that would be. That would be. Well, I'll look it up while we're talking to see where they are going to be next week. Scott, what do you think?
It was a better segment than it was the previous week or some of the other ones. He was having fun with it. Artist formerly known as Damien.
He'll be that one of these weeks.
I'm
You're
sure.
calling that now.
Wow. Buttless chaps, you think?
And
They'd go.
I
They'd be in
love
Florida,
I love
maybe.
Steve's face. Oh, okay, that's what you were thinking.
Yeah, I was
of.
thinking where they
Okay.
would just tour wise. They're in
yeah.
Atlanta on Tuesday. Where would they be the following Tuesday?
I think someone else would do this role better than Damien. I think it's a shame because the character that he is as being dropped amongst it, I want to see Damien use that duct tape to his advantage and duct tape R-Truth down and score the win, score a cheap win, or do something. It's not like he got dumb because he's taking on other personas. We still know him to be the intellectual savior of the masses. So I hope that whoever is doing this to Damien, whoever the puppet master is,
Whoever was ticked off by Damien Sandow.
Zack Ryder.
Damien is this amazing team player. Like, he's great. He's funny. In the interview that we did with him, like, he's awesome. Like, he's a great talent that can be utilized, I think, in a better way than how this is playing out for him. But, man, is he running with it. He's doing it. So, yeah, I gave it 18 PhDs of thugonomics.
Gotcha. I gave where am I at? I gave Sandow a 3.0 just for him alone. I thought that was awesome. I gave the match a 2.5 because I just it was too quick. The ending came out of nowhere. More, Sandow was in control too much of it, and R-Truth hits one move and wins it. I liked at least some kind of a comeback, more of a build up towards the end.
Yeah, I loved how the crowd was loving R-Truth though.
Oh yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
good. And I did like at the beginning when D-Sizzle did wave your hands in the air to the elbow of disdain.
Yeah.
That was having fun
Where he
with
breaks to the elbow of disdain.
And I did find out where they are next week. Raw will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, and SmackDown will be in Cincinnati, Ohio. So he'll be some kind of maybe LeBron James hater, LeBron James or something. I don't know, something about in
Main event happens
in
on
Ohio?
Tuesday.
Yeah. But
So
he did on Monday too on Raw. So
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. We'll think about it. Yeah,
we'll
simmer
all-
over that.
Wait,
We'll
so
think about
it's
it.
Indianapolis?
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati?
No,
Cincinnati-
Cincinnati, not Indianapolis.
Indianapolis is Monday for Raw,
Okay.
and then SmackDown where
So-
they tape
Oh, so
Main
it'll be-
event next week. It'll be
When
in
we do the
Cincinnati.
predictions, we'll
Okay.
throw it in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Cincinnati. Oh goodness. Okay, we'll continue.
Think long.
And then we get the Raw recap with Daniel Bryan and Stephanie. He says he's not going to give over the title. Stephanie says that if he does not, then Brie will be fired. So Bryan must choose the belt or Brie.
Hashtag fire Brie.
I was so disappointed at this turn that they took with it. Is that the best leverage that they could come up with for Daniel Bryan? I mean, that's weak.
You literally have the power to take the belt from him. You could literally have Kane come out and just be like, you could literally have Kane come out,
Do you
beat him
want
up,
me to beat you
and
up
take
again?
the
Yeah.
belts. But they want to hold some. My main issue is that means the main event of this pay-per-view is going to be them talking.
No, I don't think so.
I would hope.
I think it's in the middle somewhere. But I mean, you never know, though.
I would hope that they put it in the middle there.
They're building Daniel Bryan to that. They had Kane come out, beat him up. He had neck surgery and is still saying no, he won't give it up. So
Yeah.
that's the
And
point of where
I agree
Yeah.
with the idea of somebody saying, we'd like you to relinquish. It's like, well, no, take it from me. That's a very simple challenge of, well, you have the legal authority to just take this from me.
But they're
Well,
not
they were
going
saying
to.
that they don't want to make him a
Yeah.
martyr,
But-
you know. But
Because
then
the
this
people
whole
will love
thing,
him
But
too much.
you're
this whole
making him
thing
a
with
mar-
Brie, I don't. It's so weak.
They're
It's such
trying-
a weak angle
Because
to
she's
take.
been shoehorned to television in the past month. Probably
Yeah.
since WrestleMania. This is the first time you've seen her on television with Daniel Bryan.
it creates
And
That's why it
sympathy.
doesn't feel...
I guess sympathy, but it's
Doesn't do
and
it for
not
me.
not hating on her.
Yeah,
I
but-
enjoyed
oh,
her in the
it's-
next
You want her
match. and
fired, is
everything.
what you're saying.
No,
I'm
not
saying
that. But it's like seriously,
it's-
what's the choice
if
going to
the
be?
choice
He's
is
going to
Daniel
say
Bryan-
no. He's going to say no. She would tell him to say no. Any good spouse for somebody else would tell the person to say no.
I'm starting it right now.
believe
Hashtag
that's-
fire Brie.
It's in that book as well. The
And see,
Every
that's
Girl's
not
Guide to
fair
Diet
either,
Fitness.
because then that puts her
Don't
in
give
the
up your belt.
hated position.
But I don't.
No, it just says...
What if she turns on him, and then they
Mm.
give her the women's belt right away? You know.
Yeah, what if she falls for Cena and then Cena gets both? Both belts.
Oh, man.
Both fellas, all the belts.
He's like, I
someone's
give it up
everything.
titles.
Someone's been reading fan fiction online.
Yeah.
So let's get to the second match.
Happy
or
someone's
third
reading
match
my
of the
stuff.
night. Third match of the night. Brie versus Natalya.
Wow.
I read that I think Brie needs to stop screaming so much when she's in the match. Just
Yeah.
when she's punching,
She's
like
getting her storyline out.
No, but
Just
she's
yell
getting that
it.
like Kelly that she used to do. That was really annoying. Whenever she would run at
Yeah.
somebody, she would just scream and punch them. I get what she's trying to do, but just tone it down.
She watched a lot of that WrestleMania 27 Hell in a Cell match where they just scream the story all throughout the match rather than just tell the story. Just take that page.
Can you guys clear something up for me though?
Yes.
So Natalya, next week they said that she's going to be competing for the NXT.
Oh, that's
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Tomorrow,
Okay.
because they
So-
don't do pay-per-views. They just have a Thursday Thursday probably once every 3 or 4 months where they just
Okay.
have a 2-hour show.
Well, the point that I'm wondering about is that didn't they strip Paige of the NXT
Yeah, so now-
championship?
so
So now how is it that
tournament.
Natalya
was in a tournament on NXT.
Okay,
That
so-
she's in the finals with Charlotte Flair. And Bret Hart is in Natalya's corner, and then Ric Flair's in Charlotte Flair's corner.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It's a
awesomeness,
huge match,
but
and I want to watch.
how is it that she has the opportunity and might possibly win the NXT championship match?
'Cause they all do.
Well, yeah, but the thing of it is
for
that
the same reason
okay,
that
let me
Paige
talk.
got sorry.
Let me talk. Stop interrupting me, please. How is it that Paige was stripped from her championship belt because she was the Divas champion? So then it's like she doesn't get a chance to go after that,
No.
but
No.
Natalya does,
That was-
and also has the opportunity of possibly winning the Diva championship.
That's-
How is that fair?
It's not, and it's part of a bit of a list I have of things wrong with everything they've done with Paige since they brought her up.
Yeah, so when Paige Paige came up, she won the women's title. Then on NXT the following week, JBL, who is the
Won the women's title.
he said, well, hey, great, it's great you're a double champion, but you're gonna be traveling around the world. So guess what? You don't have that. We're taking the NXT title away from you because we need that here for the girls in NXT.
Right.
So they had a tournament of like 8 girls. It came down to Charlotte and Natalya, and Natalya. They had it for all the divas, like they could all kind of be in it, and it just came down to those two. So
But
Natalya can win
their
that
logic
belt.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
So
logic
does
is
that
flawed.
mean that Natalya then could be taken out of main event and start touring as an NXT diva because she wouldn't be able to?
I guess it doesn't work the other way. For the same reason Paige got stripped of the title and they created a tournament is somehow the reason Natalya is allowed in the tournament. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And in the same thing with Daniel Bryan of, hey, I'm not giving you this belt. I had a big issue with Paige being like, well, we're going to have to ask you to relinquish your title. And she says, all right. What? No, you should say no. Take this from me. No, I will be at an NXT
good
Should have
takeover.
Daniel Bryan did.
go.
Just saying. But
I will
it
be
seems
at
to
NXT
me that
TakeOver.
Charlotte's the one that's going to win. 'cause
Absolutely.
I think so.
It just seems out of the two of them, it's going to be too confusing to have Natalya doing WWE and doing this.
and-
Great match, I'm sure, but
And Natalya
Charlotte
doesn't
looks like
need.
she's gonna
Natalya
win.
has been a Divas champion, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for her to even be in that tournament. But
Yeah.
she is, so we're gonna accept that.
Yeah. All right, but let's get back to the match.
Yeah.
So they actually had some really nice chain like mat wrestling between Natalya and Brie, which I was it was nice to see. Brie went into Brie mode, hitting the double knee to the face, then hit the drop kick.
Brie mode?
Yeah. Huh? She didn't even say that. I don't know. That's what she says sometimes. She hit
Not
the
Bella
drop
mode.
kick off the top rope. Brie then went for the single crab on Natalya, had it in. Natalya hit an awesome reversal into the sharpshooter. Natalya gets the win. Markeia,
Anybody-
what'd you think?
Yeah. With that, I loved all the great acrobatic grappling that the two of them were doing. I really enjoyed that. It was a grace to it, and then it was also, kind of hardcore with it. Not Paige hardcore, but diva hardcore, if you know what I mean, for the difference. And then plus Natalya, I always love her strength for her frame. It's like she can sling some potatoes, you know what I mean? And
I don't.
Quite.
yeah,
I
she could
almost do.
Sacks of
Big ol'
potatoes. She
sack
can
of
just throw them
potatoes.
around.
Like
So you're saying
that.
she
She can,
can work in a
yeah.
warehouse that has a lot of sacks of potatoes?
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
got it.
She could work in a potato factory. That's what I was getting at. In any case, I really enjoyed Brie's running knee to the face of Natalya, where she was like backed up, Natalya against the rope, and then knee to the face. I really enjoyed that. That was a nice side of Brie to see for me, and I enjoyed where she had the single crab in the middle. And they were kind of doing that thing of where it's like, okay, I've got you. You're not getting the ropes. And then right there into the sharpshooter. I enjoyed it. It was a really good length. I gave it a 3.5.
Gotcha. Steve, what'd you think?
Also really good length. All the stuff she said. Also a 3.5. But did anybody else notice the happy birthday chant?
Yeah.
There was a happy
I
birthday
didn't.
chant because it was Natalya's birthday yesterday because they were live yesterday.
Oh,
And it was,
nice.
so everyone in Atlanta knew it was her birthday, which is kind of
wonder
amazing.
wow. How?
For
Maybe
everyone in
Twitter?
Atlanta to know to know that it's a Canadian female wrestler's birthday. That's those Atlanta fans are good
nice,
folks.
Nice birthday present. She
That's
won.
wonderful.
Yeah, she did actually. Yeah, most time, even when you're in your hometown or it's your birthday, you get really crapped on when you're on TV because
Yeah.
bad things happen to you. But she actually got a win tonight.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Bree's in this storyline of, oh wait, this could have been Bree's last match on TV and she lost. Oh,
no.
poor Bree. But Scott, what do you think?
I think it's great for Daniel Bryan to give the plug on Payback to go, hey, on Main Event, you lost that match, which is available on the network, and then you can watch the AfterBuzz show about it. I'm not giving up my titles. I'm sorry. I thought it was a really great this match, the matches got progressively better as the show went on. Like it built as an actual wrestling card. I thought it was also really nice to see because so often in submission moves that someone reaches the rope and then the hold is broken. But no, we have a submission expert that we see Natalya reverse the move and get out of it and apply a better move because she's an expert at it and won with it. I thought that was great storytelling. So I gave it 47 dungeons.
Gotcha.
But no dragons.
No.
It's the heart dungeon.
It's a wrestling thing, I assure you.
Okay.
I've been meaning to ask you what schools offer a PhD in thugonomics.
Well, if you don't know, you're never going to get one.
I was asking.
John Cena.
Is it Wesleyan?
That's it.
Is it Wesleyan?
Jorts you.
I gave this a 4.5. I was really impressed by this
Nice.
match. I know last week the Divas match, Gabby gave like a 5, and I gave it like a 2 or something.
Yeah.
Because I just was not impressed. But this one, I was really impressed by both of them. You know, I think one of them will eventually probably win the Divas title, hopefully down the line.
Not if she's fired.
No, exactly.
Ah.
But, hey, maybe she gets fired and goes back to NXT.
Oh.
You know? Because she can't go to SmackDown now. That doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, I gave it 4.5. I thought it was a really good match. And then we get to our favorite segment of the night, Go Behind with Renee Young and the Usos. The Usos basically say, we're family. They make fun of the Wyatts a little bit. And they say they're going to take care of business like family takes care of business tonight. I don't know. What'd you guys think? A little quick segment.
I liked how happy Renee was. She was so happy to be back there with the Usos. I'm like, well, they're this positive, awesome energy. So then later when they had the promo of Brie and them, it was just like, yeah, she's nowhere near that.
I was going to share a quick little story that I thought was really neat. I watched this live on Tuesday, and my roommate came home who doesn't watch wrestling. He's okay with it, but he doesn't watch.
You didn't have to turn it off.
Oh, yeah, it was total.
We had an agreement.
Total shame
There's
fest.
a sock on the door. Don't come in.
Like, oh, I'll turn it off. It's all right. He's like, no, it's fine. Watch wrestling. It's cool. So he watches it. He sees the Usos talk, and he just blows it off. Like, doesn't care. And then jumping ahead a little bit, he sees the Wyatt promo, and then he kind of casually looks and sees Luke Harper and goes, gnarly beard. And then he hears Bray, and then he gets sucked in, sits on the couch, and goes, who are these guys? So it worked. Like, they totally sucked him in. And I really thought when watching it through his eyes that the Usos, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything great. They're just them being them. But, man, those Wyatts can pull someone who doesn't care and not into it.
Because it's getting a little old for us. Like, for us who's been seeing it forever, it's getting a little old. Like, I thought tonight, we're jumping ahead, but I thought tonight the fact that Luke Harper spoke was very much.
Yeah. I mean, well, we'll talk about it right now. Because it was just a Shield Evolution preview, which I'm sure they'll play on the pay-per-view.
And that's the second Shield Evolution promo.
Was it?
Of Main Event, yes.
Oh, God. Okay, but yeah, so we get that. Oh, yeah, they played a commercial
That's
for
pretty much the co-main event.
I think it's going to be the main event of the... I think it's going to be over the John Cena match. But we'll talk about that. So, yeah, the Wyatt promo...
versus Mask, main event.
That's going to be the main event. Yeah, Luke Harper says, a man with nothing left to lose has nothing left to fear. He saved us and gave us a purpose. Some bonds are stronger than blood. Then Wyatt comes out and says, we must learn to survive. They must learn to survive in this world. It's so wicked, and they were cast out. The Wyatts grew together. They're united as brothers for a cause. The Usos are just pawns in John Cena's game, and they'll burn together. Which, an awesome promo by him, and really sets up not just the main event, but also, I'm not sure what SmackDown's going to be like this week, but the pay-per-view and everything after that, because the Usos get destroyed. Sorry, but everyone watched it. But
spoilers.
And the crowd.
I didn't get to that part.
The crowd's chanting for John Cena, and John Cena's nowhere to be found. But whenever John Cena needed help, the Usos came out to help him.
Because the Usos know how real family sticks together.
Exactly.
But quick question, Tom: how many times did you fast forward and rewind and fast forward to write all of that?
Oh,
down?
only once.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the only I had
Honestly?
it all. The only thing I didn't have was the second line. I didn't know what he said at first, so I had to go back and get that. But I did watch the whole thing.
Stenographer by day, buzzer by night.
Well, here's the difference. I think if I had to do it, we would spend about the same amount of time, but I would find a way to hack into the file and just take the closed captioning file from the WWE Network and just rip it.
I should have did that.
Did you hear that? WWE Network. His name is Steve Kaufmann.
Yes.
Hacker by day, hacker buzzer by night.
So let's get to the main
Only
event
trivial things.
of main event. Usos versus Wyatt. Non-title match. The Wyatts started control. They're basically in control of Jay for basically the whole match. And it was Jay, not Jimmy. They clarified.
How do you distinguish now? Is the makeup on the...
I figured it out.
Okay,
Tonight, at least. And I wrote it down. Jimmy wore a blue wristband, and Jay did not.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Jeez.
Helped me out so much. I was like, I know who. I can tell the difference now.
Yeah, I just go by what the
we are a
commentators
bunch
say.
of racists.
Yeah.
That we cannot tell. I can't tell.
We were
the two
talking
of them
about this
apart.
Friday
Yeah.
that we used to be able to tell because Jay used to have
His name
tattooed
yeah.
here, and he wouldn't have the big circular tribal right here. Very recently, he didn't. He stopped doing that, and now they both have a circular tribal here, tribal all here. But one of Jimmy was wearing a blue wristband today.
Gotcha.
So we were able to tell the difference.
Yeah, so Eric Rowan hit an awesome fallaway slam on a Jay. He basically rolled to the outside. My favorite line of the night was from some guy in the crowd that just yelled, "Get up, you baby!" I was like, "Oh, that's so good." Every time, like, there's just that
their
one.
father.
But there was quick tags by the Wyatts, to stay in control. Jay finally gets the hot tag to Jimmy. He comes in, starts taking out the Wyatts. He hit the super kick for 2. Jay then gets tossed out of the ring. Harper follows. And Rowan was already out there too. The Usos go flying, take out Rowan and Harper. I think it was Jimmy was on the top rope. Eric Rowan threw Jay into the ropes to kind of make Jimmy lose his balance. He jumps over Harper, and Harper hits him with a spinning clothesline to get the win. Post-match, Rowan attacks Jay, throws him into the ring post. Then Bray hits sister Abigail on the Jimmy, and then Harper counts to 10, just like a last man standing.
Good for him.
Can Rowan not count? Is that the problem?
Yeah, I think that's the case.
If you showed me his picture without any context and said, "Do you think he can count to 10?"
6 tops.
I'd give him 8. I think he'd go to 8 and be like, "Sorry, I don't know. I don't have it."
So Markeia, what do you think of this
I
main
loved
event?
it. I loved it so much. There was so much fantasticness, because that's the word, in this. Because, Rowan is a monster. Harper is a big monster. And then, you had these 2 monsters feeding on the Usos for, this match. And so many incredible things. I loved, I believe it was Harper that did that shoulder slide into Jay's back. And I was just like, oh, that's the wind getting knocked out of you. And then Harper grabbing Jay with a teeth hold. He had the teeth hold, and then like a head crank grapple. You guys are so evil. I'm loving this. Yeah, and then
You're like, they're really hurting him. It's really killing him. Stop it.
They're bad guys. They're evil bad guys. It's like, I want the good guys to win, but not really. And then I liked, I think it was Jay, where he was doing a flying clothesline. Yeah, it was Jay. Flying clothesline, and then standing clothesline. And then I believe he got caught on the third one. I might be thinking of something different. But in any case, when the 2 Usos threw themselves, and I love it when they do this, threw themselves out of the ring into Rowan and Harper, and then they're on the ground, and Rowan's like, and then Bray, where he just gets up and in his face, he just whispers something in his ear, and it was so a lost in translation kind of a thing, where I just wanted to know what that was, because then he gets up and they win, with the whole concussion body throw against the ring, and then the spinning clothesline, clothesline, and there was such great character work during this entire thing, seeing Rowan empty eyes and scraggly hair, and I loved this. 4.75.
Gotcha. Ooh, high rating.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you think?
It's
fantastic.
I've led with the rating all night. I think about a 4.1.
Gotcha.
Great match. Loved everything. I especially love, because with Bray Wyatt's character, Bray Wyatt could lose for months, because that's not his deal. But Harper and Rowan's, they need to win. They need to win a lot. They need to be monsters just like this. They need to destroy the Usos when they get the chance. And that spinning clothesline. And then, like, the forearm smear after the fact, I'm just like, yes.
When he pins him, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
just-
cool looking.
Anytime, like, just a monster heel does that, it's just like, yeah, this is all I need. And just hurting your nose just because. So good.
Gotcha. Scott, what do you think?
I loved it. This is why I watch Main Event. The structure of this whole show was great, back to normal of what it should be. It wasn't the reverse Main Event show. Flipped, but like all these guys are great at what they do. They work so well together. I was about to say play well together. They did not play tonight.
This is in WCW.
No, but they're quite big. That was such a good go-home show to get you excited for that match without Cena involved. That it was just great. I loved it. I gave it 116 dingy wife beaters.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did think I was like, oh, are we gonna see a Cena sighting on Main Event tonight? I thought maybe we were going to, but we didn't because he doesn't care.
Hatred.
Well, he doesn't care about the Usos, so it doesn't matter.
He can't tell them apart. That's why.
I gave it a 4.52. I thought this was an awesome match. Great main event for Main Event. But overall, I thought it was a really good show. Strides above last week's show,
Which dipped down to number 2.
It did. I did see that.
Yeah.
I wish it was. I was hoping it'd be down a little more because
I actually saw when they showed that list, I wrote, do you think if all the AfterBuzz hosts that do wrestling, if we all picked one pay-per-view that we wanted to do a group watch with everyone in an attempt to pick an obscure pay-per-view to put it on that list?
I think it'd be fun.
Like Over the Edge 97. Like, not the one with Owen Hart that everyone watched. Everyone watched the second the network launched. But the year before that, where we just pick a random late 90s card. I'm on the email list. I'm going to make this happen.
Gotcha.
A group watch.
Yes, I think the 15 of us could make it happen.
We could. Well, we talked about it on.
Tweet
it out, and we talked about it on every podcast. I think we could break that top 10.
Yes, that'd be fun. So let's get to predictions for Payback this Sunday. We'll go through these pretty quick.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
So Steve, since you're new, we have an AfterBuzz predictions title.
Oh yes.
That is held by.
Oh, we somehow do this a title?
Yeah, we have actual belt.
Wow.
Yeah. That's held by. I think Mark has it right now.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty big deal.
Got it.
The belt is pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's
like,
no chain.
like a 4-digit of with a decimal after 2 of them. It's expensive.
Yeah. 2-time champ over here.
Tom's had it
Oh,
twice.
I was. Well, I'd say 1 1/4 because I shared it with like 4 people.
You had it twice.
Okay.
Own it.
And the first one I stole, so it's a messy
whole thing.
It's a lot of drama over here with this build. Yes, exactly. I'm like Ziggler. So let's get to the pre-show match. Hornswoggle versus Burrito. That's what I wrote.
El Torito.
Dorito.
El Dorito.
Match of the night.
Yes, in a hair versus mask match. Ooh. Who do you guys think is going to win?
Well, since El Torito won last time, even though I love El Torito, he's so flexible and fun, I'm going to go with Hornswoggle this time. Yeah, I think they're going to keep on switch hitting it.
Okay. I say El Torito wins it and takes Hornswoggle's hair and turns it into his new tail.
I think you have a good. His hair's pretry long, so it could definitely work.
I say there's no way they unmask El Torito this early, so definitely El Torito.
Torito. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with El Torito too. I feel like they've told him kind of, hey, grow your hair out. I mean, he's been growing his hair out for a while, so.
And I'm very uninterested in El Torito unmasked.
Yeah, like, well, it's kind of.
Then he's not a bull.
Yeah, then he's just a.
Then he's just a midget.
Well,
a little person, I'm sorry.
They pull off the mask, and there's another mask underneath. A bull painted on his face.
Well, they pull off the mask, and it's just horns. Mess with the bull.
So the next match, Paige, the Divas champion, versus Alicia Fox for the Divas title.
Nice.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Paige. She hasn't had it long enough, but I love that Alicia Fox is going up against her. I think that's going to be a good match.
Gotcha. Scott?
I'm going I'm going Alicia Fox in this one. I really like what she's doing, and I'd like to see
Going
Paige
another-
lose it.
Nice.
You're just mad 'cause she lost to AJ.
You're right. I am. And until she gets back, I want her to lose it.
Steve, who do you think?
Definitely Paige.
Paige? Okay. Yeah, I'll go with Paige too. I do like what they're doing with Alicia Fox. I think it'll definitely. I mean, I wouldn't care. I didn't really care either way. Like if Alicia Fox won, I wouldn't be too disappointed. But I feel like since they brought Paige up, they haven't really. They've done matches with her, but nothing really.
I feel like she
storyline-wise.
hasn't. Like they're billing her as this powerhouse, but then she keeps winning with roll-ups and small packages and
Not with submission moves like
and not
she
with
does.
like.
Yeah.
And she's not this powerhouse that I knew in NXT that would just destroy everyone on the roster. So I have issues with Paige, but she's definitely going to win.
Gotcha.
Not her personally, but.
Next match for the Intercontinental title. Another title match on the pay-per-view, everyone. Bad News Barrett versus RVD.
B&B, RVD.
Yep.
That's the hashtag.
Who do you guys think?
I'm going bad news.
I'm going bad news as well.
Yeah, I was
Rob
gonna
Van
say
Dam
the same
doesn't
thing.
need.
He hasn't had it long enough, and I want to hear his big mouth.
I agree with you. I feel like we're gonna need a lot of tiebreakers on this because I
yeah.
feel like a lot of people are gonna have the same predictions. But you know, hey, 2 title matches and a third title match on this pay-per-view. Maybe a 4th.
On my front lawn.
Sheamus, the United States champion, versus the new Paul Heyman guy, Cesaro. This is a tough one.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the tiebreaker.
This is so tough. This is ridiculously tough. Because on the one hand, Sheamus, meat potatoes, awesomeness, want to see him exceed. Now, on the other hand, it's freaking Cesaro. I'm going to go with Cesaro.
Ooh, new champ in Cesaro.
Yeah.
Cesaro.
Cesaro?
Yep. Without a doubt. I can't. I could explain it, but there's no need. Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Cesaro. I'm gonna. This is a hard one. I know.
It's a tough one.
I mean, just because Sheamus just won it, do they want to take it off him right away? They should have just had Cesaro win it at that Battle Royal, but oh well. I'm gonna go with Cesaro too because I want to see
Although
Cesaro
I
get
almost
it up.
feel like that's beneath him. Like I almost feel like he's primed for a main event push.
But I think he needs at least one more title
Yeah,
run, something to get him at least up to that
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, get him back in the limelight with
Yeah.
stuff.
And then we have we'll just predict on this, but Daniel Bryan must decide: does he pick the belt or does he pick Brie?
Hashtag fire Brie.
I say no. He does not give up the belt.
Okay, so Brie gets fired.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be some other thing, but if she gets fired, there will be something where he's like, okay, I'm not giving up the belt, but I will fight for the honor of Brie. I'll do a match, just
let's
to
hope
go
not.
along with
Man,
the
this guy really
storyline.
likes cheese.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
I'm going to say that Brie does a dastardly move, dresses up Nikki as her, and then sends her out there, and then Nikki ends up getting fired legally,
Nice.
and Brie keeps her job.
I think we could all tell
Turn
though.
within themselves. But Bella's getting fired.
Yes. Hashtag fire Brie.
So you think? Oh, you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's keeping the belt?
Yeah.
I say he's keeping the belt too. I think
He's
Brie's getting
keeping
fired.
it. He has to.
If only
She's my favorite Bella, but
if only because they don't know how the neck surgery went, and they're gonna keep. But this is all like, well, if he's out for months, well, we'll take the belts from him, but we don't know yet.
I feel like they should know
That's-
by now, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I know they haven't really,
Or I guess
Stupid
they don't.
doctors.
God. Or they don't know what they're doing.
I don't know.
Real
Yeah.
quick, Sandow guesses?
Oh, for Cincinnati,
yes.
Ohio.
I say something with LeBron James.
I think
wasn't
NASCAR.
that in? Isn't that in Cincinnati? I don't know.
I'm so
LeBron
sorry,
James in
Cincinnati
Cleveland.
people.
I was thinking
that's
Cleveland
it.
stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he could be a rock and roll guy.
Oh yeah, that's
But-
gonna be the.
No, but that would be
that's
whenever they're in
too.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I don't
comes
know.
From Cincinnati?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nothing.
So sorry to the people at home.
No,
We're
no.
not sure about Cincinnati, Ohio.
He's going to dress as a Bengal.
Just the Bengal tiger.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just
Yeah, he'll dress as Drew Carey.
Cleveland once
Yeah.
again.
Cleveland
Hall of
rocks.
He's just gonna
Close
dress
enough.
like someone from Cleveland because there isn't nothing.
There's
in
a lot of
Cincinnati.
heel. Because if he's going for heel heat, he should go like something Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, that would actually be pretty fun.
Because
Yeah.
then he would like if he's Slash. Slash just got into the Hall of Fame or is going to get into the Hall of Fame. I'm predicting right now it's going to be Slash.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I get that counts for the belt, right? I just heard there's a belt and I want it.
Yeah.
So then let's go to last man standing, Cena versus Wyatt. Does this end the feud? Does
It has to end the feud.
Okay. Yeah.
Normally last
gonna
minute.
make a guess.
Oh, I say Wyatt wins.
Oh, I would
Cena.
like it if he did, but I'm going to say Cena.
I'm saying Wyatt. And not just because I don't like Cena, but because I feel Cena's a strong enough character to withstand the Wyatt thing and then just move on to something else.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think the exact opposite.
You
that
think he's-
Wyatt is such a strong character that he can survive and they'll get more play out of him getting revenge against Cena. That's why I'm saying Cena.
I don't think there's not going to be a third meeting between them that I think it needs
This
to
is a
end.
third.
This is numbers, guys.
I don't know. Next month it'll be Cena versus that little kid, right?
Yeah.
No, just keep
I thought
going.
that would be this month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think this is gonna be either Cena or Wyatt or Shield versus Evolution. I think Shield versus Evolution would be the main event. It's a no holds bar elimination match.
Zeus. Right? That's what that means?
He's in the match.
We're getting
yep.
Zeus?
Yes.
Yes.
He's the fourth member of Shield.
Evolution? Oh.
Who do you guys think are gonna take this match?
Evolution.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
See, it's kind of weird because if Cena wins, then I feel like Evolution should win to do that balance out. But if Bryant, yes,
Bryant.
if Bryant wins, then it'd be the other way around.
Then you think Shield will win?
You know, I think Shield took such a beating before that I think that they are fired up. They want to do it. They want to win. I say Shield.
Gotcha.
I'm torn because I think back to it was Miz and Morrison. They were the hottest tag team, and DX came back just to squash them. Whereas in my mind and within the story they're telling us, they're the better tag team. They'd win every day, but DX came back and just squashed them. So I want to say Shield.
You got a Guardian of the Galaxy, a Marine, and a chaperone. You can't stop that. You can't stop that.
I think you can.
Evolution.
I say
I'm gonna
Shield.
say Evolution.
I say Shield. I say Shield with the assistance of a recently fired Brad Maddox to help them win. You know, maybe he becomes a fourth Shield member. I don't know. You never know.
Big bowl of yikes.
So that about wraps us up here. So where can they find you guys, Markeia?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. And if you like live comedy, come to the Los Angeles Improv Festival. I'm in 3 teams there: Top Story Weekly, Essence Improv, and Doctor Who Live.
Nice.
You can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and ComedyPodcastNetwork.com. That's Curtain Jerks Comedy Wrestling Podcast.
Steve, where
And you
find
can find me at Steve Kaufmann, Kaufmann, and also I write for Top Story Weekly. So if you're in the Los Angeles area or just want to go on TopStoryWeekly.com.
Nice. And you guys can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom. And each and every week here for WWE Main Event. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe one of us will be champion.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.